Hello everyone, I hope this video finds you in good health. Today we will discuss an article published in the Economic Times editorial section titled For a Model of Accountable Care. This article brings under the lens the role of health insurance in the management of this pandemic and its after effects, both physiologically and economically, and overall demographically. Let's read and find out what views this article presents. For a model of accountable care, the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority's reported move to direct insurers to offer a standard COVID-19 insurance cover from June is fine, even if existing health policies cover treatment for the pandemic. A standard product across insurers gives the consumer choice, allows her to compare prices and pick up the most competitively priced product. This, in turn, will help lower tariffs. First of all, we need to understand what a standard COVID-19 insurance product is. There are different insurance companies that provide a range of insurance products, each unique in terms of the benefits they give and the cost incurred to avail them. Now, when we talk of a standard product, it means that there will be an insurance policy for health, especially for COVID-19 disease, and no insurance company can modify the basic benefits that an insurer could enjoy. They can add benefits, can change the price or premium, but not the basic structure. Now, in that case, the consumer will have a fair opportunity to choose the least cost maximum benefits product owing to competition between the insurance providers. And this in turn will help lower tariffs. Alarmingly, the virus can also cause damage to the internal organs of those affected. Will the COVID-19 health policy also cover the treatment costs of the patients as the long-term toll of the disease emerges? Reportedly, China's health authority has expanded the medical insurance coverage for patients to include such eventualities. Eventualities here means the long-term health consequences of COVID-19. Suppose a patient XYZ has got infected by the disease, is admitted to the hospital, undergoes treatment for 14 days or more, and is charged a certain amount of fees for the treatment. Traditional insurance cover will happily pay the fees for the patient, all well and good till now. But what if this patient suffers an internal organ damage during the treatment, which although may have been cured for the time being, but who knows about the future? What if it is due to this treatment and the resultant organ failure the patient suffers some complications later in life? Will the insurance cover that future risk? China did it. In China, insurance now covers such eventualities. Tweaks in the traditional insurance covers is a suboptimal solution for India. Instead, the focus must be to make the country's population healthy, provide quality care, and reduce the per capita cost of healthcare. The pandemic underscores the need for India to swiftly move to the system of accountable care that covers every citizen. Tweaks are minor adjustments for correctness. So tweaks won't be enough. We are a big population, we need quality healthcare at low costs per capita. And this pandemic has all the more brought this to a realization that we need to shift our approach on healthcare towards a more accountable system. One that can be accountable for not just the present but also for such eventualities as discussed a few minutes ago. Traditional health insurance tries and fails to harmonize conflicting incentives. Hospitals want to inflate costs while insurers want to minimize the payout. Accountable care aligns the incentives. Healthcare providers undertake to keep a defined population in good health for a fee per capita. To understand these sentences in the most simple way, we need to understand the agenda of each party in this case. A patient with health insurance is admitted in a hospital for treatment. The agenda of the hospital is to inflate or increase the cost, that is the bill, for maximum profits, obviously. On the other hand, the insurance provider or insurer's agenda is to minimize the amount that they have to pay to the hospital for that patient, again for making profits. Classic capitalism. Now, traditionally we have seen that till now the system has failed to harmonize these two agendas. So when we talk about accountable care, it should align these agendas. How? By combining the two and making a common agenda of keeping a population in good health at a fixed fee per capita. The fee is worked out deploying the actuarial expertise used by insurers. An actuary is a business professional who analyzes the financial consequences of risk. Actuaries use mathematics, statistics, and financial theory to study uncertain future events, especially those of concern to insurance and pension programs. Such expertise will help fix that cost or fee per capita. So, the focus of care providers is to keep a patient healthy and treat her in case she falls ill or ends up with a chronic disease. True, there is a risk of the care provider shortchanging on care to shore up margins. Robust regulation and the danger of reputational damage lessen this risk. Shortchanging is another word for cheating. So, strong regulations and reputational damage risks would help deal with it. The advantage is that it removes any incentive to inflate costs through needless procedures, investigation, or treatment. The per capita fees can be paid by the state in case of the poor, jointly by the state and the individuals covered in the case of better off, and by those covered when they are well off. India needs to switch to such a system. So, payment distribution has also been suggested, and it is quite fair. For the poor, it can be paid by the state. For the middle class or the better off, it can be paid jointly by the state and the individual, and the rich and the super rich can pretty well take care of themselves. Such a standard health insurance product and a fair payment system is what India needs to get through the present and the future health risks due to COVID-19. So that was today's article. The suggestions are pretty good, and although the standard product seems to have been materialized, the payment system should be considered by IRDAI in totem. I hope you understood the article well. Please feel free to come up with your analysis of this article, questions and doubts. I will be available via any means of contact mentioned in the description box. This is me signing off for today. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Stay in and stay safe.